I knew something was wrong the moment she flinched away from my hand like my touch burned her skin. "Don't touch me," she snapped, her voice tight, her eyes darting anywhere but at me, as if looking at me was suddenly unbearable. That alone hurt more than I wanted to admit, but it was the vibration in my pocket, not hers, that truly split my world open. When I checked the screen expecting some nothing notification, I saw the name glowing back at me like a secret I wasn't meant to see: her sister. And underneath it, the words, "I miss you." Not the casual kind, not the family kind, the kind you send late at night with a shaking thumb and a heart full of something you shouldn't feel. I didn't open it at first. I just stared at the notification, frozen, like maybe I could blink it away. I wanted to tell myself it was innocent, that her sister just missed us, missed hanging out, missed family dinners. But the text didn't say you guys or both of you. It said you. Singular. Personal. Way too intimate. And the timing, right when my wife wouldn't let me touch her, felt like a punch I couldn't dodge. I swallowed hard and slipped the phone back into my pocket, my mind spinning so fast I felt sick. She moved around the kitchen like a ghost, avoiding me, keeping distance, her shoulders tight, her jaw clenched. I watched her drop vegetables into a pot like she was trying to outrun her own thoughts. "You okay?" I asked softly. "Fine." The word shot out fast and sharp. "You sure? You seemed off today. Can you just not right now?" she said, breathless and irritated, like my concern was exhausting. That was when the unease started morphing into fear. Not the dramatic kind. Just a cold, creeping dread that settles into your bones and whispers, "You're missing something. Something big." I tried to shake it off, but every time I glanced at her, at the space she kept between us, at the way she wouldn't meet my eyes, the dread grew heavier. That night, she turned her back to me in bed before I even lifted the covers. No goodnight kiss. No cuddling. No warmth. Just distance. A canyon of silence between us. I didn't sleep. I lay there staring at the ceiling in the dark, replaying the message from her sister over and over in my mind. At 2 a.m. I finally opened it. "I miss you. I hate this silence. Tell me when you can talk." My throat tightened. My wife's sister lived 2 hours away and barely texted me unless it was about holidays or family plans. We were friendly, sure, but never close like that. And my wife had no idea her sister even had my number saved. I scrolled up. My stomach dropped. There was a history, weeks of messages, deleted from my phone's main thread, but not from the archived folder I forgot even existed. "I can't stop thinking about you. Does she suspect anything? You looked so unhappy last time I saw you. I wish things were different." I stopped breathing. My hands shook so hard I could barely hold the phone. I wanted to wake her up, shake her, demand an explanation. But I just lay there, paralyzed, listening to her steady breathing, wondering how the hell the woman sleeping beside me could be the same woman whose actions were unraveling my life thread by thread. The next morning she acted normal. Or tried to. But every smile looked forced, every movement stiff. When I reached for her hip as she made coffee, she jerked away instantly. "Don't," she said again, softer this time but still edged with something sharp. "Why?" I asked. She opened her mouth, closed it, looked away. "I just don't feel good." "You haven't felt good in weeks," I said. "Talk to me." "I can't do this right now." Every word she said just made the messages in my mind grow louder, crawling under my skin. I didn't want to accuse her, not yet, but I couldn't pretend everything was fine. I finally broke when her sister texted again that afternoon. "I miss the way you talk to me. I hate feeling like a secret." Something inside me snapped. I walked up to my wife, held out the phone and asked, "What is this?" Her face went pale instantly. Not confused. Not indignant. Just drained of every drop of color. Like she'd been caught in a truth she never wanted to face. "Where did you?" she started. "Don't," I cut in. "Just tell me what's going on." She sat down slowly, her legs trembling. She didn't cry at first. She didn't deny it. She just stared at the floor for a long time before whispering. "I didn't mean for any of it to happen." I felt my chest cave in. "She was there for me," she said softly, brokenly. "When I felt lonely. When I felt ignored. When you were working so much. I didn't plan it. I just connected with her in a way I didn't expect." "You connected with my sister-in-law?" I said, my voice shaking with disbelief. "And you hid it from me?" "I didn't want it," she insisted, tears spilling now. I tried to stop it. I told her we couldn't keep talking. That's why she texted like that. I was trying to end it. But you kept pushing me away, I said. You let me think something was wrong with us. With me. I didn't know how to handle it, she whispered. I was ashamed. I didn't want to hurt you. But she had. Worse than I ever thought possible. Worse because it wasn't just betrayal. It was betrayal wrapped in secrecy and family and whispers she shared with someone who should have protected us, not destroyed us. I walked out. Not dramatically. Not yelling. Just walked out. I drove aimlessly for an hour. Then parked in an empty lot and cried until my throat felt raw. Not because she cheated emotionally. Not because the trust was broken. But because I realized I'd been fighting for us alone. Loving for two. Holding together something she'd already let go of quietly, months before I even noticed. We talked later. Calmly. Painfully. Honestly. She said she never touched her sister. It was emotional, confusing, a mistake that spiraled. And maybe that was true. Maybe it wasn't. At that point, it didn't matter. What mattered was that she let someone else into a space that was supposed to belong to us. I didn't scream. I didn't rage. I just told her I needed time. Space. Maybe forever. Now, weeks later, I'm still picking up pieces of myself I didn't know I'd lost. I don't know if forgiveness is possible. I don't know if I want it to be. But I know one thing with painful clarity. Distance doesn't happen overnight. It grows in the shadows, one unanswered message at a time, until you wake up next to a stranger and realize the betrayal started long before the truth ever surfaced.